Hey, first of all, a very warm welcome, Ankit. And I would like to introduce you first. Ankit Goyal is one of really good investors who I know personally as well. And we have been trying to do this since a long time. But since Ankit is a proud father, that's why he had other important priorities for sure. And yes, of course, those are some important priorities. And but he's an amazing guy, and that's why I wanted to just bring him on to the channel and also talk because his perspective about the market is quite amazing, a bit different from mine, and I respect that. And yeah, so he has his own channel. I will put the link. Amazing content about real estate as well, and yeah, he has quite nice content which I highly recommend for everyone to watch if they are planning to also invest into real estate. He has made a step-by-step guide also about the documents, which documents everyone should be looking in for before buying a real estate. So blah, I can keep on blah 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 about this guy. But anyways, in PS summary, really nice guy, and that's why I thought that let's do this together, and here we are.
Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks for such a great introduction. It's really
Nothing.
nice that you
Yeah.
invited me for this session and took the initiative and pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was really looking forward to this session, and I also really enjoy your videos and the way you have created the whole community. And you guys are doing a really great job in tracking stocks. And yeah, like you said, your strategy in stocks is, I think,
Mm.
a lot different from mine. But it's really interesting to see your posts and videos. And always when you post something, I look into it and I watch your video and then I do my own research. And I find really your research really good and
Yeah.
detailed. No, really,
Yeah.
it's interesting because
Yeah.
I mean, I would love if you show your face more on YouTube
Yeah, yeah, I
instead of
know.
only the presentations. But
No,
uh,
I took that I took that suggestion of yours, and now since last 10 videos, my
mhm.
introduction is with my face on.
Yeah,
So I
the
took that suggestion from you.
only the introduction, right? And like it's like
Yeah,
30 seconds. There is Abhishek, and then
and then he's gone.
where is
Yeah,
gone. Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's just
it's
voiceover.
it's great. It's keep making the good content, and let's collaborate more often.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's nice. Yes, two great minds come together. So I think it's much better than one. Yeah. So
Okay. Then maybe you can start with your perspective on the current stock market situation and the sell-off. What do you think?
yeah, that's a really great question. So the current market situation is quite, yeah, here and there, especially the fear about what's happening with the inflation and the fear of interest rates rising, and there's a simple psychology, like human psychology, that we react to fear much more. And that's why I have like differentiated the strategy, which I think we will come on to the next phase of this session. But anyways, so the current market situation is simple, like in my opinion, that the interest rates will rise for sure. To fight inflation, there is no other way. But on the other hand, I also think that because the US government debt is around $30 trillion, I don't know how they will service this debt if they really increase the interest rates above 2-3%. So I also think that yes, the inflation, the interest rates will rise, have to rise eventually. There is no other way to fight inflation. But on the other hand, also I think Fed in March. I think the first phase, the first decision from Fed is in March. The first tapering, not and the end of tapering, and the first phase of increasing the interest rates will be the decision will be in the March. And I think that they will come out and say we might not rise interest rates as we thought. Because it's still under control, which I really don't think. But I don't think Fed has any other way. I mean, they have to find a midway. So, and the sell-off, that's why there is a huge sell-off, because people are really fearing this inflation. And to be honest, they don't. I mean, if we see the chart of the inflation from 1954, yeah, until 2022, I think 80 to 90% of the times, 80 to 90% of the times, the interest rates was higher than 2%, and there was economy was working. There was no derailing of the economy, and people were still living their lives. People were buying stuff, commodities, yeah, normal toilet paper. They were still traveling, booking hotels. So there is nothing to fear. It's just this phase, since I think many retail investors have entered the market, new investors have entered the market, and every year it's just becoming more and more, and they come with this mindset and Fed decision and panicking and this and that. So, and like Peter Lynch says, that there will be every time there will be something to worry about the market. So I think it's just this fear which is creating this sell-off, but in long term, I don't think it will sustain this fear and stuff, and market will eventually just go ahead. That's just in summary my opinion. So, and what do you think? What do you think about the current market situation, and what is your perspective, and what do you think can happen in the coming months, and this sell-off? What is your opinion on that?
First of all, thanks, Abhishek, for the great insight. So I agree with you. I mean, you touched the topic of inflation and the interest rates. It's something which is on everyone's mind right now, and people are reacting to it in different ways, I would say. So I will come to inflation a bit later, but I must say that I'm really, really excited about the current situation. So for me, it's like a sale season, and everything is on a 50% discount. So if people are ready to buy a MacBook or some other device or clothes at 50% sale, and they stand in lines for hours to buy this stuff on discount, then I don't really understand why people do not buy the stocks of their favorite companies who are producing these products on a discount.
Exactly. Agreed. So,
I must say I'm really excited about it. And since last 6 months, I have cut down my investment every month. So I used to invest 3,000 euros every month. But past 6 months, I was investing only 1,500 euros. And now I have started again investing 3,000 and might go up to 5,000 every month to invest. So I'm really looking forward to the situation. And so I would also ask everyone to please do not panic and take advantage of the situation and use the money you saved or set aside for investment only, and not your emergency fund. Yeah. so my strategy.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Don't touch your emergency fund. Yeah.
Yes. So my strategy is always to use the money that you do not need for at least 5 years. And exactly. That's what I mean. Use that money and put it in the stock market. It's the good time, if not the best, but it's the good time. And yes, so and I think my point of view on inflation is it's also good. So we have loads of debt, and that debt will reduce its value without us doing anything.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of debt, and we have bought real estate, and that's good, to be honest. I totally agree with that. Without doing anything, our debt is going down in value. So why not? And also, I agree with you in that. And also, for example, also in times of inflation, there are many businesses which will flourish with inflation, like real estate, like you said, real estate, commodities, utilities, businesses, finance. So if one sector suffers, the other sector will flourish.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. And you also answered the audience who are looking for the stocks they should buy during inflation. So guys, look for utility commodity companies and buy them. And also, I think with regards to inflation, it really matters current economic situation. So
Mm,
if we have high inflation but no jobs, or there are no new companies or no new enterprises who are creating great jobs for us, then it's a concern. But
yeah.
if we have new jobs and companies are ready to pay you more, then I think inflation is you cannot avoid it, first of all,
Mm,
and second of all, it's also good.
yeah.
So, and I don't think inflation right now, with good job market and with so many new technologies where we are working on, autonomous driving, semiconductor industry, uh, everywhere you see the metaverse, there's so many innovations going on. I think the next decade would be really, really interesting. And we may
Yeah.
see some breakthroughs. It's also, if you see in the energy sector, the nuclear fusion reactors have been created in bioscience. They are doing gene manipulation and gene testing, and so many
Yeah.
things are happening in every area. So it's really
Exactly.
exciting, I must say. And we should really pay attention to all these areas and look forward to it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you with these disruptive technologies and the businesses which are working in the disruptive fields. And I am a really big fan of genomics, to be honest. And I gene therapy and genomics. I am a really big fan. And one of the stocks we bought like last year, which is a really penny. It's a penny stock, Bionano Genomics, and it did well. I mean, then it of course went down because that's what happens with the growth stocks and especially penny stocks. When the fear comes out, they fall the first. They are the first ones to fall. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm also really, like you said, it's a selling season, and it's a big sell off, and I am also cherry picking the really growth stocks because, yeah, like I said, they are the first ones which gets affected the most, because people move on to more valuable businesses or businesses with good fundamentals, with good cash flow. So they suffer, the growth stocks suffer the most. And yeah, and then this is the time when we can cherry pick. Yeah.
So, Abhishek, you are
Yeah.
talking about some of the growth stocks which or you are cherry picking. So, would you like to
Ah,
share some of those stocks with your audience?
yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. And also, by the way, what is your like you said before that I answer your question, I just want to ask you one more thing. Like, what is your strategy? Like you said, you're saving. You did not. Because I'm really interested in knowing this, because my strategy was almost the same, and I will also come on that. But I want to know your opinion. Like you said, you were saving some money, but now you are starting again to put 3,000 euros. But before that, you were putting 1,500 for a few months. Why is that?
So, I mean, as you all know, so people are talking about that the stock market was at all-time high. The valuation of companies is crazy, and I agree with all that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it was the case. I think 6 months back, or even 2 months back before the sell-off, it was
Mm,
like that. So the
yeah,
companies are not earning anything, and they've been like hundreds of $1 billion valuation, and it
yeah,
it was crazy, right?
yeah,
And at that time, I realized, okay, things are going really crazy. People are really getting greedy. So I should, so I'm a long-term investor. I don't want to sell my things off. I created some stop losses if the stock wants to go up, I don't mind go up,
yeah.
but I then place some stop loss at some a level where it was what's the term, consolidating.
Consolidating. Yeah,
Yeah, and I just put some stop loss there, and if that touches, then it's fine. And I must say, in the last 2 3 months, a lot of my stop losses were triggered, and I booked some good
yeah,
profits, and now the stocks are going down. But the
yeah.
but the thing regarding my investment every month, so I have a
Mm,
system in place, and I believe in
mm,
systems a lot. So for me, the system is that I will invest consistently every month, irrespective
mm.
of how high or how low the market is.
Yeah.
And that money that I will invest, it's also
Mm,
fixed. So it should not
mm.
be less than 1,500 and should not be more than 5,000 as of now,
Okay,
based on my current
okay.
situation, right? And
Got it.
when I saw that the stock market is all-time high, I put my stop losses, but I still kept investing new money or adding new money. And but what all I decided is to reduce that new money so that I can
Mm-hmm.
save more or set aside
Mm-hmm.
some of the money as cash, which I can
Yeah.
use now. when the
Hmm.
market is going crazy and
Yeah, yeah,
use that
yeah,
cash to, buy more. And this is why I said now I will start investing or start adding new money, which will be 3,000 to 5,000
yeah.
every month.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure our audiences will be really interested to know how do you save 3,000, 5,000 euros per month? That's people's salary. Like I think 80% of the viewers who are watching this video right now, I think it's their monthly income or less than that.
Get married.
Get married. Yeah, get married. You're right. Because honestly, I also cannot invest so much because I have a lot of debt. Yeah. Plus, yeah. And with houses, there are a lot of bills to pay. Of course, you get back later, but yeah, and sometimes it's really hectic. Plus, also I have to save a lot for emergency repair stuff, whatever. But that's amazing, man. Really, for sure. I watched one of your videos where you mentioned like your aim is to reach 1 million euros in the 10-year span. Yeah. And I think for sure you will reach, and especially with your strategy, it's amazing. Yeah. And I would also like to ask you one question later. I hope I don't forget, which is I really am interested about knowing that where you have the theory of doubling up. Yeah. But we will come on that later. Yeah. My strategy, I was interested about knowing this when you mentioned 1,500 to 3,000 because I did the same. And I also mentioned to all of my Patreons that, uh, let's uh, let's cut down the investment. I was not trying to time the market. Many people misunderstood because I made one video, I think last week, and people thought that I'm trying to time the market. No, like I think Meet Kevin, the YouTuber Meet Kevin. He's
Yep.
like now too famous because he's said he sold everything. He sold all of his position, $20 million, which, yeah, no offense to him, but I don't want to. I was not doing the same. My strategy was similar to yours. Like I saw that S&P 500 was at all-time highs, and also like with the fear of hiking the interest rates was supposed to create more fear and thus resulting in sell-off. I did the same. I put 800 to 1,000 euros in, always like it's my rhythm. I'm not disturbing that continuous investment, but I was investing like 1,800, 1,500 to 1,800 every month. But I reduced from 15, 18 to 1,000 only because I knew that when this period is super volatile because Fed had been saying that inflation is transitory since beginning of 2021. Nothing happened, and I was sure that this will go crazy, and they were still saying they will not. And I knew that when they said that they are not going to raise the interest rates, and I knew that okay, they blew it off. So I knew that now the market will be volatile, and that's when I suggested let's invest slowly and save some money aside. So just to clarify to everyone that this is not timing the market, like Ankit also mentioned, sometimes you have to change the strategy. That doesn't mean that you are changing your basic principle of investing. You are still a value investor. You're not trying to time the market. You're just not pumping that amount of money, because that's also a principle of being value investor, that you are not going to invest in businesses which are then becoming overvalued. You will stop. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite business. So yeah, that's what I also did. Same. That's why I was quite interested in your principle and your strategy. So I think we are on the same page on this strategy, why we reduced our amounts. And yeah, so for all the audience, we are still like investing regularly. We are not trying to time the market. Just the strategy is changing because we are not definitely investing in ETFs. Yeah, just ETFs. We are also picking up stocks. We are evaluating businesses. So that means we are focusing on single businesses as well. And when we focus on single businesses, we change the strategy. If we were just, I think we were you. I think Ankit, you agree with me. You would agree with me on this. If we were just investing in ETFs, I don't think we will stop investing at all. Yeah. Or maybe in S&P 500 we would reduce because it was quite high, but we would not make such a huge change or some change like this if we were not like regularly watching the stock market. So now, what stocks you are focusing on? Like what industry, what stocks you
So
are like quite interested in now?
Actually, Abhishek, you when you were talking, I had 2-3 questions
Okay, sure, shoot,
in
Yeah,
in my mind.
yeah, yeah.
First thing I would just like to comment on regarding the people who are investing in ETFs. So I just want to say that most of us are part-time investors. So we should really separate us from the full-time investors because the full-time investors are really digging in, learning about all the things, what's happening, they're up to date, and then they are doing something, and their mind
True.
changes all the time.
Yeah,
And because we are part-time investors, or most of us are part-time investors, then it's the best to just put some major index which is tracking hundreds of stocks, and be relaxed and look at that after
yeah,
10 years. Yeah.
yeah.
But
I agree.
beside that, I wanted to ask you, so you are a active day trader, and you actively look for penny stocks and you invest them or invest there. And at the same time, you have some value companies and growth stocks. So how do you differentiate between these, and how do you plan your money? So do you have some kind of strategy like, I will invest only this much money in penny stocks, or I'll experiment with this, and rest will go in growth or value stocks, or how you do that?
Yeah, that's a really good question because I think everybody also should know. You're right. So I am not an active day trader now. I mean, I'm not day trading. I pick up penny stocks, but also like for example, I give it a time frame. Yeah, I do swing trading. Let's say not day trading, but swing trading. Like I'm holding a penny stock for a period of 1, 2 weeks, or even 3 months. Yeah, but not more than 6 months. There are some penny stocks which are stuck with me, to be honest, and to be fair. And I think our patrons also are stuck with those penny stocks which have gone down massively. But yeah, like I said, like you asked me how I divide, I usually keep, let's say, I'm investing 25%. So every month I'm investing 15 to 1800 euros, like I mentioned. So out of that 15 to 1800 euros, I'm investing, let's say, for 300-400 euros for swing trading. Yeah, penny stocks and swing trading. I put 200 to 300 euros in crypto. Then I put 200 to 300 euros in ETFs. So and then 200 to 300 euros in value stocks, and then 200 to 300 euros in growth stocks. So that's how I have divided basically. So if I put 5 categories, so it will be like 25, 25, 15, 15%, and 20%, something like that. So 30%, 15, 15, something like that. So that's how my basic plan is. But this, like I said, this structure is not fixed. Like your system is fixed, my system is fixed, yes, about the amount of money which I'm putting, but the percentages between these categories is varying. For example, now I reduce the amount from penny stocks from 500 to 150 or 200, and that 250 or 300 euros which I'm saving on investing in penny stocks, I have put into dividend pie. I have a dividend pie which is more focused on like inflation hedged stocks, businesses. Yeah. So there I'm putting more money now because of the current market situation. Yeah. And that's how I change. The amount remains the same, the percentage varies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Understood. So for
Yeah.
me also, it's something similar.
Mhm.
But like I do not pick penny stocks, so I'm more into growth or value stocks. So
Yeah.
then there again, yeah, I also have different pies, and the amount I invest in different pies then varies.
Yeah. By
Okay.
the way, which trading platforms you're using now?
So I'm using two trading platforms. One is DE Gyro, and another one is
Uh,
Trading 212.
okay. So you're not using any German broker?
Not yet.
Not yet. So so then I think this would be a really interesting question for all the viewers, because you are using a non-German broker. So how you usually, is it okay? Is it easy for you to file your taxes for the capital gains?
Yes, it's
Yeah, easy.
really
Yeah.
really simple. Yeah, because so this question I also get most of the times, that Trading 212 does not provide you at the end of the year your summary, but they do
Yeah.
provide. It's just they do
Yeah.
not have some button or something where you click it and you get the report.
Yeah.
It's You have to send them a message, and then within
Exactly.
like 2 minutes they give you a report.
Yeah. This also I had mentioned to my patrons as well, and the report is so nice. Like I get
Yes,
three PDFs always, and the last one of the PDF is purely profit and loss, and that's what you need exactly to. Yeah.
sure.
But Ankit, how do you do your taxes yourself, or you have a steuerberater?
So I mean for 2020, I
Yeah.
used a Steuerberater
Hmm.
because in 2020 I bought the real estate, I
Yeah.
had a child,
Yeah.
and also stocks, cryptos, and I also
Mm.
started YouTube or earning something which is like negligible from YouTube, and
Same
because of
here.
because of all these things, so I thought, okay, it's better to have some Steuerberater.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm also not sure about 2021 whether I will um, take services of a Steuerberater or I'll do it
Mm.
myself. So this is I have to figure
Okay.
out because Steuerberaters
Okay.
are actually expensive. And
Yeah. In your area, expensive.
yes,
Okay.
so
How much is
it's
the average fees like there?
so the one I hired, he charged me like 1,800 euros, and
Ooh,
and my
Jesus.
expected expected tax saving would be 1,600 euros. So I was like, it's too much.
1800.
Yes, it was
Oh man,
crazy.
that's not expensive. That's like out of the earth.
I agree. I
That
mean,
I thought
in
you would say 600, 500, 600.
that's what he said me, in the beginning when I went to him, like what would be the expected approximate charges, and he said like, yeah, 600, 700, at max 1,000. I was like, okay. And when the bill came, it was 1,800 euros.
Man,
And
that's
yeah,
no, that's crazy. Oh my God. This is
how
super crazy. Why you don't try to find maybe someone else? You tried or now or
now I will try. So it was my first
okay,
time.
okay, okay. Okay. Okay.
But
anyways, I anyways, I don't want to give heart attack to our viewers on that. So let's come back to the topic. I hope you find someone. If not, then I also have a contact. I think she also does for me because I have now decent amount of real estate and but she's not charging like 1800 maximum 5 600
uh,
maximum.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
with
please
stocks,
share.
crypto. Yeah, I will share with you. Anyways, yeah. And yeah, so sorry for diverting from the topic. um, yeah, getting back to our conversation. So, so like you said, you are using a non-German brokers, and I think it's quite nice because they also offer fractional shares, which many German brokers don't provide. But for the sake of ease of tax problems, I think people are using German brokers. But like you mentioned, you have been doing it since years, and you didn't face a problem. So it's for those guys who are quite scared to use non-German brokers. Don't be. I also use. Ankit also use. So yeah, um, hire someone in case you cannot, or just watch some videos on YouTube. There are many videos out there as well to help you guys. Yeah, file your taxes with your stocks and capital gains. So yeah, Ankit, moving on. So what particular stocks you are now focusing on, and which sectors you are focusing on now?
So I already have my list of favorite stocks. So
Okay.
I'm only watching them, So I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
looking for some new stocks or anything. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm watching them, and many of those stocks which gave me like really really good returns, like more than doubled, and now they are
Yeah.
uh, trading at their IPO prices, right? So
Yeah. That's
lucky me, I was able to put stop losses in some. In
yeah.
some, I didn't put any stop loss, and they are like now either at minus 10% or maybe plus 10%. But these are the companies which I like, and these are on my watch list, and I'm continuously observing them. So I'm seeing like
Yeah.
how their internals are working, whether
Mhm.
why the stock price is going down, and nothing
Yeah.
has changed inside the business. Business is growing, is doing the same things, but the price is going down. So I'm just enjoying this time, like I said in the beginning. So,
Yeah.
so I have the same stocks in my list, and I'm continuing observing them and buying as they go down.
Ankit, one more really interesting question I have in mind, because like you are a mature investor, you are a value investor. I want to like ask you, are you even 1% worried that your stocks are going down?
No, I'm
You're
happy.
enjoying, right?
Yes.
You're happy, exactly. Yeah. This is what I want to like, and why? Why? Just give me like, what would one statement why you are not worried at all. I
It's
know
a
what you will say as a value investor, but yeah,
it's a discount season, as simple as that.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's
And
the same company, just available at a discounted price.
exactly. And this is what I really want to point out to our viewers, like who are really getting panicky and worried. Guys, if you believe in the business, why you are worried? The business didn't change. Did it change in last 2 3 months? I don't think so. The fundamentals remain the same. In fact, I saw many businesses whose revenue grew by 20 30%, and the price fell, the market cap fell by 20 30%. So I think if you know the business, if you believe in the business, and if the fundamentals are not changing and you know that they won't change in the future, then you should be happy rather than becoming sad or stuff like that. And that you are getting your favorite business at a discounted price, like Ankit said. So really good point what you mentioned, and this is what I think everybody should know. The young investors who are entering into stock market, and yeah, they don't feel safe and stuff. I think like listen to mature investors
That
and do your own
I won't.
research. Do your own research.
I won't say myself as a mature investor, Abhishek, to be honest.
No,
So, I'm still learning, and but yeah, I think it's mindset, like you said in the beginning. So
yeah,
we we
yeah,
we need to really have a mindset, and what really helps me is my system. So I'm like
yeah.
other investors also. I also panic. I also want to just sell everything or buy everything. But then I place a system which restricts me. So I also
Mhm.
want to put 10K and buy something, right now.
Yeah,
But I said, no, my system says I cannot go beyond 5,000. And
yeah,
then I restrict myself, and it has saved me a lot of times. There were
yeah.
situations when I wanted to invest like 10,000, and then the stock went down, and that saved that the very system saved me. And there were some times where I wanted to invest 10,000, but I didn't, and the stock went up. So it's a trade-off, and and
True.
and then we have to understand it that no one knows the future, and we are just making educated guesses here.
Yes, exactly.
And
I love your framing of words. True.
Yeah, so I'm like what you are also trying to do with your
Yeah,
penny stocks and also with your growth stocks. You are studying them, you're understanding their business, and you think that this is something you believe in. This is
yeah,
the future world you want to live in, and that's why you
yeah.
want to give that company your money so that they can do what you believe in. And that's what
True.
important here.
Yeah, I really respect this, and this is what people should understand, really, that it's not about like just like Ankit said, that everybody can get panicked. Yeah, and we are humans after all, and we all are learning. By the way, you are a mature investor. It's not about like we never stop learning, of course, but it's about how you make your decisions. And what you're saying is are really like well, your words are, yeah, are from a mature, these words only come from a mature investor. So yeah, like people should understand that you should have a system. That's a really important thing. That's what Ankit mentioned, and it's really important because like I said, if you would try to time the market and take a loan of 20K, and you think that okay, this particular PayPal, for example, fell down by 20% on earnings, and people would have thought, oh my god, that's a time, like the price to earnings ratio came out at 15. Never in 5 years PayPal was at a price to earnings ratio of 15. Let's put 10K. And until now it fell, like your 10K would have become a 6 or 5K, in fact. So let's say that's why it's not the best thing to time the market and to follow a system. It's really important. Like Ankit said, of course it will be a trade-off. You might lose an opportunity in that case, but it's not losing an opportunity, it's just having a system. And eventually the money where you put your system, which is performing, will eventually, if you see, I believe in that. For example, if you think that I lost the opportunity of having invested into a stock with 20-30% raise, see that system which you're following and see that system in next 5 years. You will be higher than 70-80%. You will have a much bigger return. So don't focus on that. Like you said, it's sometimes it saves you also, and it's a compound effect. So you will eventually win. Yeah, if you
This is
just, yeah.
It's a very good point, Abhishek, that you just mentioned. That
Yeah.
look in the future, 4 or 5 years ahead,
Yeah.
and this is something that many new investors who start investing, they miss the point. They are looking for
Yes.
100% or 50% return in like 2 weeks or a month, and
Yeah.
and maybe they get 50% return in few stocks, and then they lose 50% in few stocks. But what they forget to do is they forget to see the in 1 year how much they earned, what's the net earnings,
Yeah. Yeah.
was it 50%, or was it 100%, or was it 20, or was it -10? And this
Yeah.
is something that they should do instead of focusing on this month's or 2 months profits.
True.
They should
True.
really see a year's profit. I think that's more concrete number.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And in fact, for example, like last year, I was in a loss. Yeah, if even if I follow 1 year profit and loss, I was at a loss in 2021. I sold my stocks at a loss of, let's say, I think I had a loss of 12K. And I of course it's hard-earned money, but I know that my investment strategy changed, and I know that few of my stocks, which I'm holding since years, they will recover this 12K in the future. Yeah, even if they don't, then I learned something. People think, oh, losing money is nothing compared to learning something. I totally disagree with that. Yeah, theoretically it sounds quite smart, and physically it hurts you when you lose money. But to be honest, I I'm not that rich that I can afford losing 12K. It's nothing like that. But it's just that it happened. Now, if I keep my mindset like this, and if I keep sorrowing about it, I will never move forward. And I know I'm confident enough that in the coming 3 to 5 years, I will just cover this 12K losses easily, like with my value investment and growth stocks. So I totally agree with you. Your the span of people who are new, they are really quite impatient. I totally agree with that as well. No offense to the new investors, but we are just discussing how our mindset is and how we feel and how we have faced the situations. And yeah, I think people should come with an open mind into stock or crypto market, and they should know that economy will there will be every time, like every 2 to 3 years or 5 years or 7 years, there will be either recession. The economy will have some or the other thing. For example, now Russia and Ukraine stuff going on. Yeah, so world will never be like at a stable position. There will be every time there will be something which will affect the stock market. And also, I think these news which are coming out, the negative news about the stock market, some or the other week, like they are fishing on your fear. The news channels, they survive like this. I think they because they earn money with the clicks. Yeah, and they know that fear feeds their revenue. So this also people should understand that not every headline which is like really catching your eye and giving you sleepless nights are going to like really affect your future investments. And this is quite crazy how people take bad news and they cannot stomach it, and sell off begins, really.
I was reading one article on human psychology,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
saying, so I was researching, like, how to write my titles for videos or for
Okay.
articles. And there
Okay.
they said people are more tend to watch or read negative titles. So if you have the most negative title, like the world is crashing or something is bad happening, then people are more
Yeah.
likely to click on it and read it. And they really used a really good example. I'll share with
Yeah.
you. After
Yeah.
World War II, Japan was a disaster. And
Mhm.
let's say at that time, some author was publishing,
Yeah.
we will be in 10 years the developed country in the whole world. We will have fast trains. We will have our own automobile industry. We will have like
Buddy,
food for everyone. And most like
nobody clicked.
99% of the people would have said he's crazy, right?
It's crazy, yeah.
And on the other hand, if someone was writing our government is doing nothing. We are in a really bad situation. We cannot
Yeah.
recover from it for next 50 years. Our population will not increase. We will have no food. And then people will be reading that person and were thinking like
Yeah.
he's so educated and so wise. And
True,
that's the
true.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
human
yeah.
psychology, you know?
That's exactly what I used on one of my videos. Real estate. Do not invest into real estate in Germany. This was my thumbnail, and I literally got a lot of views there. I mean, for me, a lot of views are 5 6K, not like hundreds of.
It's same
Yeah,
for me also, right?
yeah, same. Yeah,
We are
exactly.
small YouTubers.
And then yeah, we are small YouTubers. And there, one guy also commented, "Hey, from next time, please don't use negative." Negative title in the video. I said, okay, I didn't comment on his comment, but yeah, I think because they were disappointed to see positive thing on the video with a negative thumbnail. He wanted to see some negative stuff, I am sure, but yeah, didn't work for him. So, anyways, he still clicked. So yeah, that's you're right. Yeah, negative psychology, how it's working. But yeah, apart from that, so you are also now focusing, you have a particular amount of stocks, and this is what I also would like to point out. This is a really good thing. When the market falls, and when one is trying to time the market, his focus is more bearish, the person himself, if he's trying to time the market, and like, for example, meet Kevin. um, I think people, not him, but many people who are like selling off and becoming panicky, or trying to time the market now and selling off their businesses, it becomes really difficult for them to re-enter the market, because they are fearful now. Yeah, they become more bear towards the market, and then they lose this sense of finding good opportunities. Like you said, you have a particular set of businesses, they cannot focus. Even if it's one of their favorite business, they won't be able to focus, because then they are more beer, they have a bearish sentiment towards the market, and this is what actually makes them miss opportunities. And also, I remember one quote from the Intelligent Investor, that I don't exactly remember the quote, but I remember that it said that businesses have nothing else, but businesses will perform good or poor just because the business is not performing good or poor. Like, for example, the stock price, or the stock performance of the business will be good or poor if the business itself is performing good or poor. So what I mean by this is that nothing else affects. The external factors might affect the business for short time, but in long term, the fundamentals of the business are the key, I think, to for the investment. And I'm also doing the same. I'm now focusing more on value stocks, growth stocks. Some of the growth stocks which I have my eyes on are like PayPal, Nvidia, AMD from the chip sector, then Twilio, C Limited from the fintech, PayPal fintech. And then I have one of the businesses which I really like is True Leaf Cannabis. It's a cannabis business. Their fundamentals are amazing. Have a look at it, Ankit. It's underperforming now, but the fundamentals are amazing. Also, Brookfield Infrastructure, Brookfield Renewable Partners. Yeah, many businesses now which are underperforming, and which I think can also be good for inflation, because they can pass on their cost to their consumers. I'm focusing on those businesses. What give me like 3 5 examples which you think, which are in your opinion your favorite businesses?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would say first regarding the point, doubling my money.
Yeah, that's a really
So
important point.
from there,
Yeah.
I'll share one stock which I'm using to do that, and
Okay.
it's performing really well for me so far.
Yeah.
So I heard, I think in the last call also, I told you that I watched this shot in which this guy, I don't know the name of that guy, but I cannot find the shot again. But that guy,
Yeah.
he said that we are in a double scheme. And then the
Mm.
host asked him, what do you mean by double scheme? He said, whatever money you have, it's $100, $200, 1,000, 10,000, doesn't matter. You just have to double it.
Mm.
And let's say how much time you need to double it. You need 1 day, 1 month. Let's take
Yeah.
1 year. So you have 1 year to double a set amount of money, and just do that. And once you have 1,000, you double it, it's 2,000. You double it again, it's 4. You double it again, 8. And he's doing it in this way, and you can do the maths, and you will be a millionaire
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
less than 10 years. And
Yeah.
this is something, he put it in such a simple words. It really made me think. And then
Mm.
I thought, okay, I will start with 5,000 and I will try this strategy. So
Mm.
now what I'm doing is I have 5,000 and I'm putting it in some stocks, and I want to double it, and I have 1 year. So
Yeah.
I'm not rushing in. I don't have to buy stocks each and every other day. I buy
True.
stocks and I'm relaxing. And if I know that the technical analysis looks good, the fundamentals looks good, the stocks is moving up, I'm just waiting and watching. Doesn't matter if it moves, in 6 months and it doubles my money. I'm more than happy to double my money in
Mm.
6 months also. So that's my strategy. And by this strategy, I stumbled upon a stock called Zim Integrated Shipping. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a shipping container
Container.
sector,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's really I really think like how I missed that sector because of
Okay.
Corona times. The supply
Yeah. Yeah.
chains
Yeah.
are so
Supply
bad,
chain. Yeah.
and consumers want more because the salaries are increasing, and they're sitting at
True.
home and they want to buy all the stuff. So the pressure on the e-commerce industry and the container ship industry is really increasing.
Increasing.
And
Yeah.
because of that, the profit margin for these container ships has also increased a
Oh,
lot.
amazing. Yes. Yes.
And then I came to found out this company, Zim Integrated, and this is also how I found out was a pretty fun story. I was looking or reading about Alibaba. So I won't go into the Alibaba stock and how it's going down. I also
Yeah.
watched your video. It was interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
But I was researching about Alibaba, and then I stumbled upon this company. So
Okay.
Alibaba and this company had signed a new contract where this company
Mm.
would be shipping the packages of Alibaba to Europe and US. And then
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, if Alibaba is signing some company, let's have a look how this company looks like. And then
Yeah.
my strategy is always just to go through some financials quickly. And then I saw its PE ratio was 2. And I was like, in a time when P ratio is like 50 or 100, how come is this selling
Yeah.
at 2? So it was too good to
Oh
be
God.
true. And I thought, okay,
Okay.
there must be something wrong. Then I dig
Yeah.
more into it, and I saw, okay, the company is doing good. It has positive cash flow. It has a history. The management is experienced. Uh, I mean, everything is positive. It's buying new containers. It's planning to buy more containers in next 3 years, and it has also
Shit.
signed a deal with Alibaba, and the profit margins for the whole industry is increasing because of Corona. I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
okay, then why I should not buy this one? And then I decided, okay, let's start buying it. And so far, I bought like around 8,000, 7 to 8,000 euros of its shares,
Yeah.
and it's like now 40% up from my initial point.
Whoa.
So it
Amazing.
was good. And not only that, the company is earning so much cash recently. It's giving 20 to 25% in dividends each quarter, not year, quarter. So
Sh- Zim integrated shipping. Yeah.
yes, the ticker
Jesus.
symbol is ZIM, ZIM.
Wow, amazing, man. And yeah, I still see that the P ratio is just sitting at still 2.5. Even though you're 40% up, that means the fundamentals are still increasing. The
Yes.
earnings are still increasing, that you are 40% up on the market value, but still the price to earnings ratio is still almost just 2.5.
Mhm.
Amazing, man. You just gave everyone a gem.
I hope they act on it, but of course, like we always say, we are just some random YouTubers. We are no
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
experts.
we have no influence.
No, it's
But it's
really
okay.
important, you know.
But it's okay. But it's okay. In the end, we will be the millionaires.
And
If people
fingers crossed.
don't want to listen to us, yeah. Anyways, yeah. But no, that's I saw the and I will have a look at it as well. It seems dividends, and they are really having like so much cash that they are giving. I see 14% dividend now. And if I just go on to the statistics, price to sales is just one, and price to book value is 2.7, and their margins are, my God, profit margin 39%, gross and operating margin 48%, gross margin more than 40%.
They're really doing
Amazing.
good. It's because of Corona situation. But one thing everyone also has to take care of, like once
Yeah,
this Corona situation solves and the pressure on the shipping
yeah,
industry,
yeah, yeah,
reduces, their profit margin
yeah.
also reduce, and
Of
it will
course,
then
yes, yes,
reflect
yes.
on their price also. So
Price, yeah, yeah. I mean, people should definitely do their own research. We are not suggesting this stock. Yeah, we are not. Ankit didn't mention anything that you should buy or sell. Yeah, or buy this stock for as a matter of fact. Just do your own research and don't get hyped up like just by looking into the p ratio and all these ratios. Yeah, these were just few factors which we check. But you, like Ankit said, you have to understand the psychology and how the economy is working. Finding a business is not looking into, oh, p ratio 5, let's buy it. No, you have to check which industry the business is in, how this business will perform, how the business is performing, what is the future revenue stream for the business. Like Ankit mentioned, Ankit did, it's a really fine strategy how he found and how he just gave a reason of buying, why he bought it. Supply chain issue, he took the benefit of the current economy, which people are fearing of. So this is a really good example, Ankit. Thank you, man. This is a really good example to show people that economies will come and go like this, but people like him, like they are taking advantage. There will be businesses in such times as well, which will flourish. 40% up on Zim, amazing.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Um,
Yeah.
yes, so that's one stock, and other stocks that are on my watch list are, my favorite is Meta, Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, Facebook.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I will not talk about the current business of Facebook, the number of active
Yeah.
users are reducing or not. I don't care. I believe in
Yeah.
metaverse. I think
True
this
that.
is something that will really create $1 trillion industry in its own,
Yeah.
and I believe in their purpose, and this is why I'm investing in it. And I
Yeah.
think the revenue from Facebook current business will keep coming
Yeah,
because
for sure.
more and more people will be on social media, and advertisers need
Yeah.
people to sell their product. So I
Yeah.
think the current revenue will keep coming, and if Facebook keeps investing and go in the right direction like they are,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and create this metaverse, I think the opportunities are endless.
Yeah.
So
You're. Yeah. I also agree with you on this one. Yeah.
so then metaverse or Meta is another company on my watch list.
Yeah.
Then again, Alibaba. So I don't know what will happen with the Chinese government, and that's the only thing that stops me from, putting all my money into this company.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I really want to invest heavily in this company, but I'm not doing it right now, just because of the Chinese regulations. But still, I would say I am so in each stock where I invest like
Mhm.
600 to 1200 euros. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, investing like 6,000 or 10,000 is a big money. So
Yeah.
I'm also like some normal average Joe who is scared of putting uh, tens of thousands in single stock. I'm still at that stage, and I have to
You
improve
are.
that.
Trust me. You say six. When you say in a single stock, I want to invest 800, 1,500 euros. People's portfolio worth is 1,500 euros. I know many people whose portfolio's worth is this much. So you are not an average investor, man. My scalable capital portfolio is just 12,000 euros. So your let's say and you are saying that, oh, maybe 10,000, 12,000 euros I might not put in one single stock. You are not an average investor.
I was comparing with people who are investing like 200,000 or half a million in one stock and
Yeah.
or a million. Uh,
So there will be an endless comparison always.
yeah,
For
yeah.
some people, you are like a high class investor. So
Yeah, and for some average Joe, yeah, you're right. I agree. But yeah, these three stocks I would say, and yeah, other than that, I'm also looking into PayPal, C Limited,
yeah.
all the stocks that you mentioned. To be honest.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you on Meta as well. And yeah, I also saw their earnings, and only one negative thing was their active users. Yeah. It didn't decline so much, but there was, of course, a decline. But I still don't think that this is one factor which will affect them, because they are expanding in India as well, and their ad revenue will definitely grow from India. Um, and yeah, also same principle is for Amazon as well. I think they will also expand. They are planning to expand in India as well, and this is one of the huge economies to target. And apart from China, of course, China will never allow. But yeah, but I totally agree with you on this. I also Alphabet is one of my favorites, which I have been increasing my position on. I am preferring Alphabet over Amazon, over Netflix, over many of the big fishes, the top 10 fishes, apart from Meta now. And yeah, for those who are really like confident on metaverse, I mean, Meta platforms is one of the good businesses which you can have a really look at, because of the fall, especially when FB fell on earnings. And these, like Ankit said, like this is a discount period. The earnings, missed earnings, will impact uh, the businesses so much. Like Affirm Holdings, I saw last Friday, one of the growth businesses fell by 25% or something, and still on Friday it fell by 10% more further. So almost lost 40 to 50% of its market value. So these are the times when you can really start fishing and shopping, but not for all the businesses. Just do your research and whatever you feel confident in. But yeah, Meta platforms and Baba, I have the same fear, bro. I mean, I am also like quite skeptic about the Chinese regulatory stuff going on. We never know what's happening there. In fact, at some point, I was also afraid if their financials are actually true. But the numbers are like, you can really see the numbers from many of the Chinese companies, even the penny stocks. They are so amazing, like amazing. But that's why I was quite fearful to invest into Chinese businesses. But when I saw Charlie Munger invested, yeah, I didn't follow him completely blindly. My evaluation, his evaluation is different. But of course, he did an evaluation based on the numbers. So I thought that, okay, if he trusts the numbers, then I trust the numbers. I can also trust the numbers. And that's when I really thought, okay, I will put some money. But I am doing the same. I'm not putting such a huge amount. Like you have a system, I have one principle that none of my stocks should cross 8 to 10% of my total position from the overall stock portfolio. So Alibaba, I still have some room to add. Like it's now making 3 to 4% of my total stock portfolio. So I can still add some, but I will wait because I still think there's a lot of time for it to get back to on its feet. Because yeah, I don't think so early it will get any positive news and get back to nice levels. But yeah, so yeah, also on my watch list, these are the companies which you mentioned, and all the other growth companies which I am mentioning. Yeah, and which you mentioned. So yeah, apart from that, do you have any questions?
Not really. It was really
Not
an
really.
interesting talk that we had, and I
Yeah.
got to learn.
Nah.
No. I'm just trying to put phrase my words in a way that
Yeah.
that makes more sense. So I learn a lot from you, Abhishek, time to time, and especially the way you are taking real estate to the next level, being a foreigner in Germany and being able to buy complete houses, three complete houses.
No.
Hey, please cut this part if you don't want to share it to with everyone.
No, it's okay.
But to be honest, I'm always very scared to buy a complete house in Germany, and I
Yeah.
feel more comfortable in buying apartments. But
Mm.
you know, the courage is also something that is really required in investment, and
Yeah.
you and I see that courage, and it's not like you are just going and yeah, I'm courageous, I'm I'm buying everything. You know what you are doing. You know
Yeah.
the properties that you are buying, and you
Yeah.
also have done the research behind it, and this is
Yeah.
something I really appreciate about you, and also the open mind, that you know, the open mindedness that you have. uh, you are in the penny stock, and you also are in the long term value stocks, and then you also are viewing other YouTubers or other professionals opinions, and you are
Yeah.
taking them as with an open mind, and
Yeah. 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 For
that's really
sure.
important,
I will
because
cry. I'll start crying. Stop it.
okay,
No.
enough from my side, but but I really I like that part of you. So like you know, I also called you a few days ago, and
I,
like, hey Abhishek, I want to quit my job. What should I do? You
no,
know,
no.
so
No, man, no, you're an amazing person. I am just learning, and yeah, you're right. I have a small amount of courage, but you are also right. If that crosses a certain amount or certain line, then you can make stupid decisions. But I'm trying to just live by the fact that there we have to take few risks sometimes to reach where we want to. And I'm yeah I really still appreciate like what where you have reached. And you have a family and you have a baby to take care, but trust me, if I was a father, I would not have that courage to buy complete house, to be honest. I'm really being honest. When a responsibility comes over you, then yeah. And that's why I'm making these decisions, which are, trust me, they are also like, I usually I don't take stress, but the last house which I bought gave me sleepless nights. So it also shows me a middle finger sometimes. So, but you like you said, it needs some. I would not say courage. I would say you are also courageous. Every other person is courageous. It's just like you have a different plan. Um, I have a different plan, and that's why our strategies are different. That's it. I would say, and that's why I'm doing this, because I also would like to someday become independent. Yeah. uh, Financially independent. Yeah, that means if I want to work, okay. If I don't want to work, still okay. you know so that's what I want to reach as well. But yeah, I respect to you as well. You are like, your knowledge for real estate is amazing. Like I also mentioned you many times to many of the other guys who were like, looking in for some tips. And I told them that Ankit has many videos, because your videos in the beginning which you made on real estate, there's no comparison to them, because they are so detailed, and you have mentioned everything so nicely that it can be, if you can make a book on it. You can write a book on it, and if you just make notes out of it, it will be like a book. To be honest, but it's really nice. And your strategy, I love it. You have, I think you reached a portfolio of 150 or 150K, right? Or
not
200.
150K. After the sell-off, it's above 100, but not 150.
After the sell. Yeah.
So it's
But
around
no, you will
100K.
definitely, yeah, you will definitely reach there. My plan is to at least reach this year around, yeah, 100K. Let's see if I can. I don't know, because I have a lot of expenses now. So yeah, I think this session was quite amazing, bro. I really appreciate you talking, sharing your thoughts, sharing your experience, and your investment, like how you're evaluating and how you're seeing the market currently. And I think people will definitely learn from your experience as well that it's not the time to be panicked, and don't try to time the market. If you want to try the time the market, then yeah, don't complain that you lost. It's an expensive game, to be honest, really. Just try to change your strategies depending upon different factors, or otherwise don't do it at all. Like, I remember one of the sessions from Warren Buffett. He said that he never cared about what Fed is doing. Yeah. The interviewer asked him that, what do you think Fed might do? Do you even care? He said, I don't care. Since 50 years, I never cared about what Fed is doing, or what will happen, what the recession is doing. I just buy businesses. That's it. And if I know that that business has strong fundamentals, the rest I don't care. And he's a value investor. I am not a pure value investor. That's why I don't just put money into value investing. But yeah, some principles are same. Of course, Warren Buffett also says either you are a value investor or you're not. So yes, I'm not. But some principles, of course, I follow from Warren Buffett as well, and Ankit is doing the same. So yeah, I think this session has become too long, I guess. No? But it was, I feel nice about this because I think it was an informative session. And I hope people will get some information from this. They will learn something. If not, then please don't hit the dislike button. Yeah, because it will hurt not just one person, but two people here. So you're hurting two people here. But yeah, I hope, yeah, it would be nice for everyone. Any final words, Ankit, for the viewers and the summary?
I would say subscribe to our channels and hit that like button.
That's a good one. That I will surely, yeah. Also, yeah.
But yeah, I think we should have such sessions even more. And I would also request the audience, if you would like to have more sessions like these, where we cover some general market, or if just chit chat, or make some jokes. Would you like to hear us joking around or not? Please let us know, and we'll make sure that we make more videos like these.
Yeah, please let us know, guys. And please subscribe to Ankit's channel as well, who are my viewers, who are watching my videos. I will, like I said in the beginning, I will put the description, the channel description in the description of the video. Have a look at it. Amazing channel, amazing content. And yeah, let us know your feedback about this particular session, because it took us a lot of time to record. As you can see, I think this video would be around 2 hours. I think so. Yeah, maybe
1 hour.
1.5 hour, 1 hour. Okay. So we put some time, guys, for you. And Ankit has a family to take care of, but he still took out some time. I really respect that. I appreciate that, Ankit. And yeah, so please give us your views. And like Ankit said, if you want us to make such videos about the general market situation, what are our strategies, what are we planning, and if you guys want us to make some fun videos as well, let us know. Also, if you have some special stocks for us to give our opinion on those, then let us know as well. And yeah, crypto we didn't cover in this current video, but we will try to make a separate video. I'm not that good at crypto, to be honest. I'm just investing in to hedge against inflation. That's it, what I'm doing, but only on the big market caps. And that's it, guys. So I will, again, thanks to Ankit. And I think we will end this video, and we will see you in the next one. Hoping for good comments, some likes, some subscriptions to both the channels. And yeah, we will see you in the next one, hopefully, depending upon your response. So that's it.
Thank you.
That's it. Thanks, Ankit, once again.
Yep.
And yeah, let's finally, ciao.
Ciao.